Hello, welcome again. We are solving GATE 2021 Mechanical Engineering Paper 1. Question number 49 is an air conditioning system provides a continuous flow of air to a room using an intake duct and exit duct as shown in the figure. To maintain the quality of the indoor air, the intake duct supplies a mixture of fresh air with a cold air stream. The two streams are mixed in an insulated mixing chamber located upstream of the intake duct. The cold air enters the mixing chamber at 5 degrees Celsius 105 kPa with a volume flow rate of 1.25 meter cube per second. During steady state operation, fresh air enters the mixing chamber at 34 degrees Celsius and 105 kPa. The mass flow rate of the fresh air is 1.6 times that of cold air. The air leaves the room through the exit duct is at 24 degrees Celsius. Assuming the air behaves as an ideal gas with Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Kelvin and R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Kelvin, the rate of heat gained by the air room, the air from the room is dash kilowatt. Okay, so this is your exit duct. Okay, and temperature here is 24 degrees Celsius, and this temperature is 34 degrees Celsius, and cold air temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, and mass of this cold air is 4 m, then mass of this air will be 1.6 m. Okay, so let T be the temperature after mixing here. Okay, so as mass of the as the temperature of the cold air is your 5 degrees Celsius, or in Kelvin it is 278 Kelvin. Okay, let us assume that cold air is mass of cold air is 1 kg. Okay, so this will be 1 into 278. We can multiply it by Cp also. Okay, but Cp will cancel out for the, so we can neglect Cp. So 1 into this temperature, and here 1.6 mass is 1.6 times of this cold air, so 1.6 into temperature, and temperature is 2034. Okay, so this will be your 307. Okay, and the total mass is now here, total mass is your 2.6, 1 from this, 1.6 from this will be 2.6, and temperature is T. Okay, both sides we can multiply Cp and then cancel out Cp. So, okay, the equation become like this. Okay, so T will be, so T at this point will be 295.846 Kelvin, or 22.846 degrees Celsius. Okay, and mass of cold air is can be calculated by the given pressure and temperature, and pressure is 105 10 that is given, and specific volume is also given. Volume flow rate is given, so PV 1.25 PV by RT, PV by RT, R is your 287 and temperature is 278. So mass of the cold air is 1.645 kilogram per second. Okay, so now the mass, so this is the mass of the cold air, the mass of fresh air will be 1.6 times. Okay, that is 2.632 kilogram per second. Okay, the total mass of air in room is this plus this, that is 4.277 kilogram per second. Okay, now the heat gained from the room is that mass into Cp into T exit minus T room. T exit is your 24, and T in room is your the cold air, the mixture is entering at 24.84. Okay, so this is your this is the heat gained from the room. It is 4.986 kilowatt. So answer is 4.96 kilowatt. Okay. Next, two smooth identical sphere of radius 125 mm and weight 100 Newton rest in a horizontal channel having vertical wall. The distance between the walls of the channel is 400 mm. This is 400 mm. Okay. So this is 125, this is 125. All divisions are happening. Okay, the reaction at the point of contact between two spheres is dash Newton. We have to find out this reaction between two spheres. Okay. Now these are the two spheres. Let R3 be the reaction. Okay, and this is your 250, 125. This is your 125. This total will be 250 mm, and this distance is your because this distance is your, this is 125. Okay, this is also 125. So 400 minus 125, 125 will be 150. So this distance is your 150 mm. Okay, from this 250 mm and from this 150 mm we can find out this angle alpha. So this is cos alpha. Cos alpha is 150 by 250. So alpha will be 53.13. Okay, so this is sphere 1, this is sphere 2. Okay, now if we consider sphere 1, okay, then RW will, and consider the forces on sphere 1. Okay, RW is the reaction by the wall. Okay, W is the weight, and R3 is the reaction by this sphere 2. Okay, so these are the forces. So W, RW, R3, and R3 is at an angle alpha. Now we can resolve these forces, and then we can find R3, because W is your 100 kilometer, 100, W is your 100 Newton, and so R3 sin alpha, and alpha we have found out. Okay, sin alpha will be equal to W, so R3 will be your 125 Newton. Okay. Next, an overhanging beam PQR is subjected to uniformly distributed load of 20 kN per meter as shown in figure. This is overhanging beam. Okay, and this is 2000, this is 1000. This is P, this is Q, this is R, and cross section is this. Okay, the maximum bending stress developed in the beam is dash MPa. Round off to 1 decimal. Okay, so first of all we have to find out point of maximum bending moment. Okay, so this is the beam with 2 meter and 1 meter distance. This 20 kN is the total load, kilonewton per meter. Okay, it should be per meter. Okay, and taking moment about P, so RQ into 2 minus 20 into 3 cube by 2, 20 into 3 square by 2. Okay, so total distance 3. So RQ comes out as 45, and RP can be found out by 20 into 3 minus 45, that is 15 kilonewton. So RQ and RP is 45 and 15 kilonewton. Okay, so now from the reactions, so this is your RP 15. Okay, now it is the load is in downward direction, it is uniformly distributed. Okay, so it will decrease from like this. Okay, and then there is reaction, so it will decrease like this. Okay, so the shear force is changing. The shear force is changing its sign from two places, R and Q. So the R is your 15 kilonewton minus 20 into X. Okay, so from this we can find out X. So X is your 0.75. So this is 0.75, and this is your 1 meter. Okay, so we can find out bending moment at R and Q. Okay, so the bending moment at R and Q is MR is your 15 into 0.75 minus 20 into 0.75 square by 2. That is 5.625, and at Q is by this is 20 into 1 square by 2, is 10 kN. Okay, and from this we can find out by using bending equation, we can find out stress, and where y is your this 50 and I is your 24 into